Hey everyone, it's a special Sunday edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. I was out of commission the last couple of days and I'm back. Like a bad bullpenning, I've returned. Listen to that. Jimmy Buffett, I'm going to talk about him in a minute, along with some sports shit. Okay, it's Sunday and it's November 19th. And I'm wearing my Flyers cap because the Flyers have won 4 games in a row. They're really hot. They beat the Vegas Knights, the Stanley Cup champs, yesterday. And they're playing really good. Good hockey. Listen, Jimmy Buffett has the #1 rock album in the land. He's #1, his new album, equal parts, equal strain on all parts. I can't get used to that damn title. Is #1 in 3 different categories: rock album, alternative album, and I forget which else it was. And it's #6 on the Billboard 200, the overall albums. It's right up there with Taylor Swift and all those other guys. So, Jimmy Buffett, what can I say? I told you before, I was never a parrot head. I knew of him, of course, never been to one of his shows. Unfortunately, it took him dying for me to discover his great music. And it really is great. He's a tremendous storyteller, songwriter. He's just great. Country, of course, I think most people know him for his beach kind of vibes, which is cool. He's different. He's unique. And different is good. Unique is good, right? So for him to get the acclaim that he's getting now is really cool. This is probably his best album. He saved his best for last. It's very bittersweet in one way, because we know that we probably aren't going to hear any new Jimmy Buffett music ever again. But it's bittersweet, but it's also joyful, and the album is very eclectic. It's very diverse. You've got some country, you've got some beach music that we know him for. I mean, he was a brilliant man, and his business, you have to give him credit with all the business ties. I mean, he made himself up to from playing on the streets of New Orleans when he first started out, all the way to being a billionaire. But more than that, he was very beloved, not only by loyal fans, but really by a lot of people. That's proof that his album sells. He's deceased 2 months ago, and his album was going to #1 on many of the charts. So that shows right there how beloved he was, and how much people love his music. And that's Bubbles Up. Which is probably the highlight of the album, and he leaves us with a hopeful tune. And what more can you ask, right? A fond farewell from the great Jimmy Buffett. So I had to share that. Tomorrow, Eagles are playing, and they're playing the Chiefs. And we'll talk more about the game tomorrow. I'll have plenty of time to talk about that tomorrow. I can't wait. It's another Sunday. It's 2 straight Sundays without Eagles football. I can't stand it. But tomorrow night will be great against Kansas City. Revenge. Eagles are underdogs by 3 points. I think they're going to win. You can't discount the revenge factor. It's there, Certainly, even if the Eagles get revenge, it's not going to make up for a Super Bowl loss. But it's a chance for the Eagles on national TV to make a statement, go 9-1, and say, "Hey, we're here, right? We're the best team in football. We're taking out the team that beat us in the Super Bowl on their home turf. And, you know, I think the Eagles will make a statement tomorrow night. And I think they would play very well. But the key is turnovers. Don't make mistakes. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Hey, did you hear about this thing in Minnesota? People were cleaning out their house and they found this old library book. Looked inside, dated back to 1919. And somehow they looked it up. They went to the local library out there in Minnesota somewhere, and they found, yes, the book was checked out of this particular library in 1919, back when World War I. And thank God for this family that this library stopped with overdue book charges back in 2019. How about that? 100 years. Imagine the bill. But you know, it was kind of a cool story because the family did want to return the book. Library said yes. It was signed out 104 years ago, but we're not going to charge children. So anyway, Bud's not here. I don't know where he is. Katie, I don't know where she is. I'm all alone am I? Yeah, jeez. But I had to come on a special Sunday edition and say hello to you guys. Now, plays today. First of all, the Sixers are playing, of course, the usual NFL football today, other than the Chiefs and the Eagles and the Ravens and the Bengals who play Thursday. You know, this may sound crazy. I guess I am crazy, but I would say, even though the Giants stink, they are pathetic, I would say take the Giants to be plus 10 points. The reason is because Washington, Commanders, or whatever not, they should not be favored by 10 points over anybody. They kind of stink too. So I think it's going to be a defensive game. I think it's going to be a close game. That's my point. I don't think the Giants win, but I think it's going to be a very close game. Maybe like a 17-13 kind of game. So I say the best bet today, believe it or not, can't believe I'm saying this, is to take the Giants to get 10 points. The other thing you want to look at, the Sixers play today. They play at 3:00 up in Brooklyn. First time they're playing the Nets. And they handled the Nets pretty well last season. But Bridges, remember Bridges? He always has good games against the Sixers. And the reason, I think one of the reasons is because if you remember, the Sixers originally drafted Bridges. They traded him like stupid morons the day of the draft, the night of the draft, and traded him to Phoenix. Brett Brown, idiot, and Mikal Bridges' mom was working for the Sixers. It's fun. Boy, could they use him, you know? Forward like him. Oh, you know, big mistake. But anyway, I don't know if it's a revenge kind of thing, but it seems like every time Mikal Bridges plays the Sixers, he has a good game. So I would say take Mikal Bridges over, whether it be points or rebounds. He always has a good game. So that's my little basketball for too. All right, well, I just thought I'd pop in, say hello, give you those picks, and comment a little bit about this and that. And I'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing, and we'll talk about Eagles and Chiefs coming up Monday night. What a great game that's going to be. Yeah, I can't remember. Can you? Can't remember a game this monumental on Monday Night Football. I really can't. Usually Sunday nights have the marquee games, or 4:30, 4:25 is a marquee game. I really can't remember a big game like this. Super Bowl champ against the team they beat in the Super Bowl on Monday Night Football. It's gotta be a great game. Oh, and by the way, Taylor Swift apparently is not going to be there. Uh, they had the concert Saturday. A concert in Brazil was canceled down there because of extreme heat. It's summertime there, and they had temperatures over 100 degrees. And you believe it or not, they won't let people take water bottles into the stadium. Come on, I guess because they want to sell the water there. But come on, that's hot. That if it's that hot down in South America, uh, let people take water into the stadium. Anyway, because of the heat, the extreme heat, they canceled the concert Saturday night. They've rescheduled it for Monday night. So that puts a kibosh on the plans for Taylor to come up and watch her boyfriend Travis Kelce play against the Eagles. I don't care. I mean, to me, I'm there to watch football, but it would have been kind of interesting to see if she would have wore Eagles garb or Chiefs garb. I think I know the answer there. I think she probably would have went for Hart, and Travis Kelce, the Chiefs or whatever. But anyway, so she's stuck down in South America, and she won't be coming up to the game as far as I know. So there you go, right? I still think Kelsey's going to have a great game. The reason I say that is because the Eagles have problems covering opponents' tight ends, linebackers, secondary. These tight ends can roam all around the field, especially in the middle of the field. I think Kelsey's going to have a great game. I'd say anywhere between 8 and 10 catches, 100 yards receiving, probably score a touchdown, blah, 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 blah. As long as the Eagles win, I really can't. So we'll see what happens, right? All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow, and we'll talk more. We'll gab more. All right. Talk to you later. Take care. Bye.